Barakti Yahweh, Barakti Hawshai, Barakti Yahweh, Barakti Hawshai, Barakti Yahweh, Barakti Hawshai, Bahashem Rakakodash, Kal Halalim Labano, Yahweh Alahaino, Bahashem Hawshai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to our spiritual teachers based in Ground Zero, the apostles, bishops of Great Millstone, and shalom to the prophets of the affiliate camps also, and shalom to the prophets of Great Millstone. They are the men of the Lord, the teachers, who a lot of us scattered Israelites gravitate towards in the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai to learn whatever the Lord deems necessary to learn. Okay, I'm going to share the link as well of one of the elders' excellent channels. GMS get this work too, but I'm not going to play the video. From the looks of it, it looks like a Northern Kingdom woman, and she's moaning and crying, and I believe it's probably lunchtime, and she's basically moaning that the fact that she's got to work every day and she's tired of it. She works hard every single day, and all she has is just 2 days to sort of get her mind together, which is a so-called weekend. And even then, you don't even get a rest because, during her rant, she's got children. And guess what? She has no husband because she's talking about childcare and daycare and other things that she has to do as well to try to keep her body together by going to the gym. Well, she's probably trying because she looks a little tubby, but that's neither here or there. Excuse me. And she's just basically moaning and moaning and moaning the fact that, she can't deal with life's, curveballs that come at you. And that's why a lot of you proud women, okay, have, a man, the Lord did send a decent man to you at some point in your life when you were young. He could have been, the first man that approached you when you were 17, 18 years old. It could have, hopefully a Jake. And when he approached you, you probably said you don't want him, And now that Jake is probably doing quite well today. He might have his own construction firm. He might be an electrician earning good money. He might be, he could even be a truck driver because some truck drivers earn decent money. But because they're blue collar workers, you probably don't like that. Because a man is physically designed to be in physical work. He's not meant to be sitting behind a desk. Nothing wrong with the desk work, of course, if that's what you're trained to do. But that's not designed for men, for the most part. And obviously, if she had a husband at home and she was in order, where it's the Most High, Yahweh Shai, the man, then the woman, then the children, right? Because the Lord did say, 1 Corinthians 14:40, do everything decently and in order. If things were done decently and in order, she wouldn't be sitting in a car alone during the lunchtime. I believe it's lunchtime. Moaning and crying and screaming and having a rant. Basically just releasing stress and tension. And then she talks about that she's got to pick up her children. Her day doesn't end at 5:00. She's got to play volleyball, I think. I don't know. Maybe she's part of a volleyball team. I don't know. She's got to play volleyball or something like that. And then she's got basically other activities after work. And obviously she's got to cook for her children and things of that nature. And she can't see herself out of it. And then obviously, because she's not in the truth, if she's an Israelite, because she thinks that this world is going to go on forever. Okay, she thinks that she's going to work forever. It used to be 65. Nowadays, it's up to about it's gone beyond 70 and 75, and it's got to the point where she's probably maybe, I don't know, 30s. So she's probably thinking, I've got to do this for another 40, 50 years. Not that we got here, we're not here that long. But I'm just saying, hypothetically, she's assuming that she's going to be doing this for about 40, 50 years. And so she's trying to think to herself, is there a way out of this? Okay. Now, if you were married and you weren't affected by social media, because basically porn, right, has ruined men, and social media has ruined women, because you actually believe the bullshit they spew on social media about having a high value man and all that other nonsense. Okay, about you believe all the so-called glitz and glamour. Half these women on social media don't even really look like that. There are beautiful women out there, but some of these women don't look like that. They've got filters on their face, all right? And then on top of that, a lot of these women don't even live that kind of life. You know, they use a lot of technology to make it look like they're in different countries drinking cocktails, but really they're just sitting in their room, you know, uh, probably some studio apartment where they just clean that certain section out just to take pictures, because most women are filthy these days, hygiene wise, and the rest of the apartment will be disgusting. They don't live that life, and you actually fell for the okey doke, and you believe, you should be doing better, and you're trying to get there, but you're not going to get there. Okay, because even you women that are so called there, you're not happy. You may be on 150, $200,000 a year or pounds a year, whatever. You may be, have a C-suite position, you know, a CEO or an MD or I don't know, HR director or I don't know, some kind of so-called high-level position. You're not happy. We see women every day. You're not happy. You can tell. All right, and some of you women are attractive too, and then you look at us like we're supposed to look back at you, but we just say, nah, forget about it. Why? Because you know you're past your sell-by date. You know, and you're just looking for that glimmer of hope that a man would sort of deal with you. Because you've achieved your career goals and your financial successes, but you've lost out in other areas. All right, where a woman is supposed to bear children, a woman is supposed to be a helpmeet to her husband. Okay, a woman is supposed to take care of the house. A woman is supposed to take care of the house, and the man goes out there and brings in the bread and meat and works. If he can just focus on the bread and meat, he can work decent hours, earn decent money, right? And then he comes home to a smile and a hug and a warm meal, you know? And then obviously some stress relief at nighttime in the bedroom, right? And those areas are taken care of, everything would run smoothly like clockwork. But everything's chaotic. Your women are becoming men, men are becoming women, women are dressing like men, women are getting with women, men are getting with men, men are dressing like women are dressing like men, you know? Everything's out of order because you want to behave like men. Then you sit in the car alone, probably about 30, 35 pounds overweight, all right? Saying that you go to the gym and then you're bitching and moaning, and then you wonder why, okay? And then afterwards, you try and say, oh, this is what I'm going to do right now. I want to put on a face to try, she basically, cleans her tears up and says, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And then she tries to give herself some affirmations or some pep talk to say, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm achieving this and I'm achieving that. You know, she's doing the damn thing basically to try and make herself feel better. Okay. Now the hopeful elect, even the women, the ladies that listen to our elders and prophets and watch attentively, and we have an expected end. Okay, we know that this isn't forever. That's why when I walk around, me personally, I walk around like I know something that you don't. When I see the other people miserable, especially these Edomites and heathens, you know, it's like that this place is not going to go on forever, and there's an expected end, and this nightmare is going to end, because things that used to bother me, or bother me on a great deal, doesn't bother me like it used to. You know, one of the things that used to bother me a lot is seeing Esau with, you know, women, with Israelite women. I didn't like that. Even women of color, because Esau puts, most brown women in the same boat, and they don't know the difference. For them, they just want to get their rocks off and probably play slave master in the bedroom. I didn't like that. You know what I mean? But then I know in the back of my mind that this is not going to go on forever, you know, and that this nightmare is going to end. And the Lord is just keeping everything fair, where you Edomites are getting your just dues now, but it's but these at the same time these curses are coming on the Edomites as well, because I see a lot of you homeless. All right, but for all you Israelites out there that are invested in this world, you think this is going to go on forever. You can't even get it past your mind that the Messiah is a so-called black man, right? How the heck are you going to believe that the fact that, as Polite would say, I'm not going to say in his own words. He said he's basically said your sky daddy's going to cut the sky open and come and save you. Well, yeah, Yahweh Shai is going to come when Yahweh gives a go ahead. You're damn right he's going to cut the sky open and come with chariots. You can't even believe the fact that this so-called UFOs or IFOs, IFOs, identifiable flying objects. I believe that's what it stands for. Right? You can't even believe that. Right? You think the so-called white man's going to rule forever? And these devils were in caves about 1,000 years ago, living on all fours, grunting, with hair all over their body. That's why most of these Edomite women you see, they've got beards that like a sort of like they bleach their facial hair yellow to sort of blend in with their pale skin. But when the sunlight hits their face, you see all their hairiness. The Lord has left these certain little traits on them. The Lord's cleaned them up a little bit, but they're still nasty people. Okay? If the Lord can bring a foul devil like that to power, don't you think the Lord's going to bring him back down? Because you think this world's going to go on forever. Well, obviously the Edomite wants this world to go on forever, the heathens, because this is their world. Because they know after this, once this world ends, right? Pursued Revelation 13:9, these heathens are going into slavery. Because they had our people in captivity. So much so, we thought that we're different people. We walk past our own people every day, assuming that we're different people. So you Edomites are going to pay, and you women are going to pay. And I like the fact that you're crying and moaning, okay? Because I guarantee you are given opportunities in life, okay? You look like to be a young woman, so all this women empowerment has been going on since the 70s, and it's been really rifing up over the last 15 years, really, getting heavy-handed. So you're probably a teenager at that time when this was getting heavy-handed. You probably watch all the social media nonsense, all these stupid movies that, empower women, all these women, all these movies like Black Widow and G.I. Jane and all that shit. You probably think that you can do it all yourself. You can have children. You don't have to do nothing for a man. Thinking that cooking and cleaning for a man is some kind of slave work. When the name woman means servant. But you're gonna get trodden down in the mire as a mire of a street. You already saw what happened in India. It was an Asherite couple, I believe, a so-called Brazilian, I think, Israelite couple. Very young woman, 28, 29 years old, married to an elderly Jake. Very attractive woman, very attractive. Okay, and she was in North India, which is predominantly jaked up. She was safe there. They went to the Golden Temple. She was safe. She was smiling with her husband. They visited a few locations there. And as soon as she hit East India, which is, because India is a huge place, right? And there's Elam there too. And those Elamites, right? They were intense, right? She got raped by 7 men. They beat the hell out of her husband. They beat her. Okay. All right. And you women that visit foreign countries, see, a lot of these foreign men have never seen foreign-looking women, and the only time they see a foreign woman is in porn, and they assume that you women just all want to get, you just want the D all the time. And then you go to foreign countries dressed in a certain way, and you dress like that over here in the West as well, wearing basically your nighttime attire, which you should be wearing only in front of your husband. In the bedroom, you wear it outside, bikini tops and pum pum shorts and low cut skirts. You wear all that outside, and when these martial law troops come, which they will, and they're here already, and more are going to come, they're going to come for you women first. Because a lot of these men have never seen women of other nations, especially these Gooks, Elam, um, Hamites, Africans, East Indians have never seen Arab men. They've never seen. They've seen women maybe in movies, Hollywood movies, but they've never seen women like that in person. And when they know they've got the power to take what they want, any woman that looks good to them, they're gonna take. All right. And I know the Lord probably at some point gave you a man at some point to give you a covering to protect you. Ideally, you want the man of the Lord, So a lot of you women should approach some of our prophets and teachers if it's in your lot to do so. But a lot of you women are lost out, and your miseries are going to start and they're going to increase as time goes by. Some of you women will be okay, but for the most part, you women are going to get done. All right, from the Judite woman on down. All right, okay, all you Israelite women, no matter what package you come in, because you're all proud. Okay, you're all proud, and you deserve it. You deserve what's going to come to you. I'm just going to go into a couple of scriptures. Micah 7:10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. So you women get trodden down as the mire of the streets. What's mire? Mire is like a swampy, boggy ground. You're basically gonna get stomped out. You're gonna turn into mush. You know. You know. You're gonna be calling on Jebus and other religions that you follow, and the Lord ain't gonna help you because all you think is that God is good all the time. You can't even imagine the Most High being angry, the Most High bringing wrath. You're going to get trodden down. Now, this is just an inkling of what's to come, a short snippet, the seed spreading and growing into a huge plant of destruction for you women. Okay? Like I said, some of you women are going to be okay. All right? The Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yashah, will have mercy on some women, but for the most part, you women are going to get done. Okay? You're going to get done by hungry men, all right? That, that are not maybe, you're going to get done by hungry men that never hardly ever get women. Okay? You're going to get done by men that are tired of you women. You're going to get done by men that are, never had a foreign looking woman before. They want a little bit of flavor of that. And some of you women might even get eaten as well. Okay? And a lot of you women think that you can sport fuck, like the way a man does. As you know, women emotionally connect to a man. For men, it's just a release. Hence the reason in the ancient world, men had hundreds of wives, if you were well-to-do. But a man at least had two or three, if you were just a regular Jake, maybe a farmer or something, or maybe a carpenter. Women didn't have multiple men. Okay, because your womb is not designed for that. You're not designed for that, but you think that you can do everything as a man, the same thing as a man. Now, as Elder Malcolm would say, you want to be on the COCK carousel. Well, the carousel is going to ride you. Okay, and that's going to happen. And Jake's been going through this, because the Jake man is hated, the Jake man is despised, the Jake man is put down. The Jake man's got to worry about his woman turning him to the police. The Jake man's got to worry about the police following him. The Jake man's got to worry about so-called racists. The Jake man's got to worry about, your own kind trying to take you down. It's like, there's like, you're basically targeted wherever you go, and then you got to earn a wage, right? And then you earn a wage, and it's like you're earning all this money, right? So-called good, decent money, but it's going through, like sand going through a sieve. You think, what's going on? But now these same things are happening to you women. Haggai 1:6. You have sown much and bring in little. You eat, but you have not enough. You drink, but ye are not filled with drink. You clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. Okay, because if you had enough money and you saved enough money, let's just say you're working about a decade or so, okay, you could, and you weren't being taxed in the ideal world, right? Let's just say hypothetically you weren't taxed, you could maybe have enough money, and the prices were like they were in the say the 70s, you know, you could probably retire right now as a young woman and bring up your children. Okay, but this world is designed to keep you in a what's that it's like a treadmill, constant treadmill, like you have those mice running up that round thing, like it's like a treadmill type thing, you know, whatever you call it, for what the term is, you know, it basically you're just on a permanent treadmill. Okay, where the button is never switched off, you just got to keep jogging and jogging and jogging and jogging. You know, you can maybe slow down the speed and catch your breath for a bit on the weekend, but then the rat race starts again on Monday, you know. And then on top of that, you don't have a man, and then you got to take care of your children as well. You know, you got to clean the house and you got to do the running around. That, you know, because in a marriage environment, and if you women had common sense, you would have sister wives, and you could divide up the work. You know, a man having two women, all three of you are working. You live in one home, and there's only two children. You women could work part time, and a man could work full time. You know, but you women just don't want to get past this Edomite way of living, and now you're going to suffer for it. Because we're in a world, where we got to go to our enemies for everything. All right, that's part of the curses, and this is a curse in itself. You know, where your own will be against you, where the woman will be against a man, and right, and it's got to the point where you women are effeminizing your sons, and then you wonder why the younger generation of women are saying that the men these days aren't men, because you women have become men, and the men have become women. Okay, and then on top of that, we're in a world where we have to go to our enemies for everything. Every single little minute item, we have to go to the enemy. For crying out loud, you got to pay for water, which water is free. You know, you shouldn't have to pay for water. That's how these devils are. Then they put it in plastic, which poisons us. Okay, you got to understand how the devil works. All right, they create the problem, they create the reaction, and they create solution. I don't know if it goes. Yeah, problem, reaction, solution. Okay, it's like they create the crime on purpose, right? They put people in dire straits. They put roadblocks in front of them, right? They create the crime so they can have the police. Okay, and the police didn't have jobs, and they need the crime. Why do they need the crime? Because these people at the top want the crime to thrive, because a lot of them have invested money in dope and other types of drugs that certain cartels and drug dealers bring in different countries. The government is involved. Okay, they want to make you ill. They give you pharmaceutical drugs, pharmakia, basically witchcraft. Hence the reason why they have these demonic symbols on these so-called medicines. Right? It's witchcraft everywhere. They put poison in the foods, and the food is contained in poison, like plastic and other kinds of other materials, which poison you, slow killing you. Then we got to use their drugs. Then they charge you a hell of a lot for those drugs that you buy from the pharmaceutical places or CVS or whatever, or the equivalent in the UK would be the chemist called Boots, right? To keep you in an endless cycle, okay, to destroy us, okay. But you women can't even analyze the world like that, because, as one of our elder apostles, Rakaya, had said that, a woman's mind doesn't grow past the age of 12, hence the reason why she needs to be led, you know, and that kind of makes sense, because it's only the hopeful elect that have these spiritual analytical ways to sort of look at the world for what it is. Deuteronomy 28:48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yashai shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Okay? And this has been happening in numerous captivities, but obviously since we came into this captivity, namely our Gadite brothers and Northern and Southern Kingdom in America, you know? You Google your yoke of iron, it's going to be upon a Jake, a so-called brown or black man. So it's local black or brown man, so-called. Okay? And they have destroyed Jake to the point where you have Jake standing up, coming against a prophet saying, God loves everybody, but I never see a cracker or an Edomite or a heathen saying God loves everybody. And if they did, that's more than likely an Israelite foreigner. Okay? You Jakes are the best slaves money can buy, man. All right? And you women are right behind that. And you're going to get yours because I'm tired of you. All right? I'm tired of it. We're sick and tired of being tired. But we know we have an expected end. All right? We know that this place is not going to go on forever. And Yahweh Hashem Yashai gives us spiritual dreams, and we see spiritual things. We make certain prayers, and the Lord gives us the answer. If straight away, if not later on, through one of our prophets loading up a video. But when that famine of the word comes, the Lord was going to increase the miracles greater because we want this place to end. And it's not long. And if you can't feel it, then there's something wrong with you. Seriously, something wrong with you. All right, maybe your pineal gland is calcified. Okay, but you're invested in this world and you're going to fall. The Edomites and heathens, so-called white man, and the heathen nations and non-Israelites, obviously this is their world. They're going to fight for it tooth and nail. But you Israelites, okay, you should be happy, man. This world is going to end. I'm happy when this world is ending. You go through what you go through, you know, your mental anguish and demons messing with you, you know, your aches and pains on your body, your back, your neck, whatever, you know. You know, sometimes you feel feeble and weak, you know. But that's part of, you know, we're going through what on a very, 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 very minute, lower level of stress, okay, that our Lord went through. His Majesty, Hamashiach Yahushai. Obviously, he went through the most supreme pain and anguish ever, okay, for our sins, because we're stupid. You know, it's just a very small word that I'm using. I want to use more harsher words, how foul we've been in previous incarnations and at that time when we fell, you know, but the Lord, you know, sacrificed himself for us, okay? And now we go through a very, 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 very small, minute level of stress, you know. Nothing compared to our Lord, of course. Nothing compared to His Majesty, Hamashiach Yahushai, but a very small level, okay? Just to sort of understand what it felt like, you know. But obviously we don't go through, and we deserve worse. But it's Yahweh Hashem Yashai's mercy, man, you know. And plus we have an expected end, so we know no matter what you go through, each day you get through is another day closer to the kingdom. Another day closer, another day closer. And Barak Yahweh Hashem Yashai, you know, the apostles and elders and bishops and prophets, man, load up some excellent videos, man, of them having dreams and spiritual dreams, and you know, like one of the prophets made a video about after this Passover, there's possibly no more Passovers, Adawan Ratazah on this side, you know. Maybe there will be one more, maybe not, maybe not. But that is an expected end, right? Because we're not going to be here. Because the sooner we get into the thick of it, the sooner we get to the other side. All right? We know this place is not going to go on forever. So things that used to bother us don't bother us anymore. You know? I don't worry. I don't give a shit about promotion and all that other shit. I don't care. You know? As long as you earn your daily bread for the time that these pounds and dollars and euros or whatever currency which country you're in are necessary to earn your, you know, to pay for goods and services, yeah, you work. You know, you can earn your daily bread. You can have a little bit put away, whatever, however you want to do it. You know, the Lord's not going to keep you broke. The Lord might even give you a little bit more. Or the Lord could make you so-called well-to-do. Okay, you know, where you've got, but which is a good thing. And some Jakes have that, but they have it in a humble way, where they're not gonna, they might have nice things, but they're not gonna say, "Oh, I got this and you don't have that," But they're still gonna be humble, and they're still gonna be um, uh, so-called righteous to a certain degree, you know. But you other people out there, what I'm trying to say is that we're not so invested in this world, man. Okay, certain things that used to bother us, and certain things you wanted to do, like get at women all the time. These kind of things just it's not even a thing in my mind anymore. You know, it's like, man, let's get the fuck, so like let's get the hell out of here. You know, it's one of them ones. I mean, I guess a lot of Jakes are having that mindset now as well. You know, but anyway, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the thoughts that for I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Okay? The Lord's giving us an expected end, man. And that end is coming, like 2nd Ezra 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world. This is Edomite cracker rulership is the end of the world. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, which is coming. All right? But you women, you're going to get yours and you deserve it. All right? You deserve it. Especially you wicked women. You women that have an inkling of regret, maybe Yahweh Hashem shall have mercy on you. But there's a lot of righteous women that will be saved. Okay? Very elderly women, so-called righteous women, or women that are not as wicked as most women. I'll put it that way. Because even King Solomon said that he didn't even out of his 1,000 women that he had, he did not find not even one that was so-called righteous or decent. Just paraphrasing, yeah. So, yeah, there's some women that are moldable, so to speak. Whether they're really old, whether they're young and attractive, super fine, or average looking, or whether they're just young ladies, or even little girls. A lot of these women are going to be saved. Okay, for the kingdom, you know. And but you other wicked women, you're going to get yours. Because even the hell that you go through, you still aren't trying to sort of like get back on track on a righteous level, man. You know, a lot of you women have got men, but you don't want to do that. You just don't want to go back. You're proud. You know, you probably got a husband. Maybe that works, takes care of, or ex-husband that works and takes care of business, but you just got bored of him because you got what hypnotized by social media, and you got rid of him, and your children are asking why, and you started doing more hours in your corporate firm. You went from part-time to full-time. You know, the men in the office were already trying to get at you, and now they're getting at you, and then you wonder why your life is the way it is. You know, when you had that opportunity, and now you've been tainted. You've probably been ran through by 20, 30 men. You think your man's going to want you back? Any self-respecting Israelite man is not going to want no female back that's been ran through, especially when you were married to her once. Okay. But anyway, you women are going to get it. Anyway, all praise to Yahweh Allahayno, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakak Kodash. Shalom. Mawatha Bad Babal Kwam Yashwala. Shalom.